Panama City Beach, PCP, baby. No, PCB. Many wonderful songs written about Panama City Beach. A wonderful option when it comes to Emerald Coast living and vacationing and whatever you want to do. Today, we're going to talk about the pros and cons of living in Panama City Beach. Now, if you haven't seen my full comprehensive guide, you can check out my moving to Panama City video on this channel. Now, more specifically, I'm not really talking about PCB. I'm talking about Panama City, the city itself, and the more residential areas. So just to kind of make that distinction, because they're different, of course. But at the end of the day, I see them as a package deal. Plus, you probably wouldn't want to live actually in Panama City Beach or on it. Anyway, let's talk about beautiful and vibrant Panama City. Make me a deal. If you get any value or information out of today's video, hit that like and subscribe button. My name is Greyson Roberts, realtor and owner of Boss Properties. If you are looking to buy, sell, invest in the greater Panama City area, give my company a call 24/7. We don't sleep, we're daggum robots, and we would love to help you relocate to your dream state. And hey, maybe you're already living in Florida and you're looking at Panama City because it's your next step. We can help you with that. I'll either help you personally or I'll put you in contact with the best 5-star realtor in the neighborhood you're looking. With all that mumbo jumbo out of the way, I do want to give one quick shout out to long-term Boss Property sponsor Webull, my personal favorite free online stock brokerage I've been using for 4 years and have never paid them a dime. Let Webull help you master your money, and they're going to do that by starting off on the right foot. They're giving every single person that signs up from this channel, my audience, 6 free stocks, guaranteed minimum at $3 a piece. All you got to do is click the first link in our description, create an account, put just 1 penny into your brokerage account. They're going to put those stocks in there. You can sell by the dip, make more money, or cash them into your bank account and make your move to Florida a little bit cheaper. With all that jabberboxing out of the way, let's start with the pros, but you guys know how it goes at this point. I really like to focus on the cons because my moving to videos is usually mostly the pros, but let's brush through them regardless. Number 1, and this kind of goes without saying, and I almost didn't include it, but then I thought, dadgummit, Grayson, how could you not? And that's the stunning white sand beaches with the gorgeous emerald waters. And it's the shallow, warm Gulf of Mexico that just makes the Emerald Coast really, really shine. And of course, residents can enjoy activities such as swimming, snorkeling, fishing, boating, and sunbathing all year round. Number 2 kind of goes into this category, but more generalized and less off the beach. And that's just going to be the plethora of outdoor recreational activities. Beyond the beaches, Panama City offers a wealth of outdoor recreational activities. The city is surrounded by natural wonders, including state parks, hiking trails, and wildlife reserves. Residents can explore places like St. Andrews State Park, Shell Island, oh god, I love Shell Island, one of my favorite places on earth, and Iconfina Creek for camping. Never knew how to say that. Kayaking, bird watching, and other outdoor adventures. What a lot of folks don't realize until they actually move here is that, well, Florida has a lot to offer, not just the beaches. Gosh, there is not much better. One time, I rented a boat. We're not going to get into story time here, but we rented a boat. My whole family rented a big pontoon boat, about 24-footer. It wasn't too big. And, you know, we drove out of the harbor, or whatever you call it, the marina, and we left, and then we pulled up to Shell Island. And let me tell you, you're in a boat on the ocean in calm waters. You pull your boat up, you know, you anchor it in a good 5 foot of water. You can kind of, what I like to do is I like to jump off the bow, kind of pull it where I want it, hook the anchor into the ground, and there's nobody. There's maybe a boat pulled up on the bank or anchored like we are, you know, in 5 foot of water every, you know, 50 yards. So basically, you have this private, beautiful beach with the same emerald waters on this island that you found with your own boat. It's kind of a rant, but gosh, there's something about that just feels like I'm exploring. Now, the third pro is going to be an extremely affordable cost of living, with the median home price coming in at only $325,000, which is about 6 figures below the national average and a little less than 6 figures below the Florida state average. So it's affordable. Compared to other coastal cities in Florida, Panama City has a relatively affordable cost of living all around. Housing prices, rental rates, and property taxes are generally lower here. Additionally, groceries, healthcare, and utilities are more affordable compared to larger metropolitan areas, making it an extremely attractive option for retirees, young professionals, and families alike. Number 4 is the strong sense of community. Now, Panama City prides itself on its strong sense of community and, the southern hospitality. The residents are friendly, welcoming, and always ready to lend a helping hand, something that you can't experience unless you live here. This tight-knit community fosters a supportive environment where neighbors know and support one another, creating a sense of belonging. And number 5 is the mild climate, and this goes for every city. A lot of these same pros and cons apply to all these cities on the Emerald Coast, but, Panama City is kind of unique because it's really affordable. Anyway, it's, a subtropical climate. You're gonna have the classic Florida summers that you're used to, not too bad because, well, you're on the beach and you got an ocean breeze, right? And you're in Florida, so it doesn't feel as hot as maybe you're back home. But, in the winters, it cools off and it's nice. You can keep your heated pool open year round, a good opportunity to hot tub, and you can beach it if you want, if you like 60-degree water. But hey, even down south in, let's say Tampa, even though it's an 85-degree day, the waters could still be in the mid-60s, same as the Panhandle. Maybe a little bit warmer, but it's still gonna be cold. So even if you go farther down south, you're not gonna have warm water 24/7. It's just not gonna happen. So that's kind of the pro, I think, of living in the Emerald Coast and in Panama City is you do get a more mild winter, so that way you can actually go out and maybe fish or hike or kayak or whatever you want to do without being in the blazing heat all the time. All right, now we are moving into the cons. I said I was going to focus on the cons. I got carried away. Anyway, number 1 is the hurricane risk. Now, this is gonna go with anywhere in Florida. Now, being located on the Gulf Coast, Panama City is in fact prone to hurricanes and tropical storms. There's just no getting around it. Now, the hurricane season, which typically lasts from June to November, can bring the risk of severe weather and potential property damage. Residents need to be prepared, have evacuation plans in place, and ensure their homes are well insured. Now, Florida has some of the best natural disaster preparedness in the entire country, well, because they're on the water, they gotta be ready for hurricanes. And you get a little bit of a heads up on like a tornado, so you can evacuate if need be. I always like to provide this hurricane it shows how many hurricanes has happened in the past, which gives you a future indicator of the higher risk areas. So this is gonna give you a better idea of what Panama City is really looking like. Number 2 is the tourist crowds. Panama City is a beach town. There's no getting around it. There's many other wonderful options on the Emerald Coast that aren't beach towns, more residential, kind of pulled off of the coast a little bit, and you can contact me, we can get those figured out. But you are going to have tourism, you are going to have crowds, you are going to have, traffic. Panama City is a popular tourist destination. That's why we all love it, especially during the peak summer season, including spring break. This influx of visitors can lead to crowded beaches, busy roads, and longer wait times at local restaurants and attractions. Some residents may find this increase in population during certain times of the year to be overwhelming. Number 3, a big con, especially if you're, my age. Limited job opportunities. While Panama City offers plenty of do and a good quality of life, it's a beach town. So if you're not going to be in hospitality or tourism or food, you're probably not going to land the next big law firm job. Not to say that you're never going to, but don't move here for a career advancement and anything outside of those. But anywhere on the Emerald Coast is a wonderful place for entrepreneurs. So if you're a business owner or striving to be, this is a great place to take a bite out of the beautiful tourism industry in Florida. All right, number 4, something that you don't hear too much about in my previous videos, and that's the education system. And we're going to put this in the cons. Now, the education system in Panama City may be a concern for families with school-aged children. While there are public and private schools available, the overall quality of education can in fact vary. Researching and selecting the right school for your child is crucial, and some families may opt for homeschooling or private education alternatives. Number 5 is the heat and humidity. Now, I put this in the cons because maybe you're not aware, but Hey, Panama City, it's hot, it's humid, but that's kind of the draw. You want it to be hot so you can get in the beautiful water. And hey, maybe you're watching this video and you haven't been to Panama City, you haven't visited the Emerald Coast, or maybe you haven't visited Florida. The summers are hot as hell and sticky, but hey, that's part of the game, baby. Anyway, those are my pros and cons of living in good old Panama City and Panama City Beach. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I did focus too much on the pros, but I hope you guys got the education and maybe some of the questions and concerns addressed or answered. Maybe you're watching videos saying, hey, why is no one talking about this? No one's talking about that. Well, I'm here to tell you about the cons. Anyway, guys, get that free money with Webull. Hit the like and subscribe button for more Florida videos, and I will see you in the next one.